Hey everyone, welcome back to Therapist Uncorked. I'm your host, Carly, a therapist who has way too many thoughts and not nearly enough time. As always, anything discussed in this podcast is not formal therapy. We're strictly here for informational and entertainment purposes only. If you are struggling with your mental health, I encourage you to contact a local mental health provider, your local emergency services, or you can even text or call the 988 helpline for immediate crisis assistance. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing my opinions that will have no impact on your life whatsoever. So do with that what you will. Okay, first thing we're going to start off with is things that I like. And I'm literally just going to read off on a list. And most of these I'm not really going to provide any context because I think that makes it even funnier, honestly. Okay, here are things that I like. Animals. Plants. We know I love a house plant. We know I love an outside plant, and especially in Minnesota. Okay, I literally just said I'm not going to provide context, and now here I am providing context. But listen, in Minnesota right now, I mean, it's like mid to late spring, so we are all about putting flowers and like all of our outside plants out right now, and it is just hitting the spot. Like I went full force on doing all of the flowers and stuff outside my house this year, and it's so cute. Okay, so that's a thing I like is my outside plants. Another thing I like is literally any reality TV show. Actually, that's not true. Some of them I don't like. Like I don't like I like the drama ones, like Real Housewives and like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and that kind of stuff, but I don't really like the like game shows or anything like that. Like I used to like them growing up, but now I feel like they're just kind of cringy and boring. Like The Bachelorette used to be my jam, and now I would rather throw up than watch it. No judgment. It's just like not it for me anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But all the other reality TV shows, like the drama ones, I am so here for it. Another thing I like is when you discover a new perfume or body wash or something like that that just smells so good, and or a lotion too, and it's like you feel like you just unlocked a new level of like being an adult. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it just, when it smells so good, it just like, you feel like a new person, you know? I love that. And kind of in the same vein, I also love when you have like a matching set of self-care products. So like when you have like a matching body scrub and body wash and shave oil and all of that, like you feel like the baddest bitch that was ever born. Like that is elite adulting, honestly, like elite femininity. Like my favorite one is Dove. First of all, Dove has the best shower products. I'm obsessed, like all of them. But my favorite one is they have like a mango something, and they have a body scrub and a fucking body wash, and they match, and it's so good. And then you can get the Tree Hut like mango shave oil. It's so good. You guys listen. I hate showering. I hate shaving my legs. And like I shower every day, but I dread it every single day. Like genuinely dread it. But like when you use fun little matching stuff, it makes it a little bit more tolerable, I guess. So yeah, something I love is just like a matching set of body wash and all that good stuff. Another one that kind of goes along with that is when you have freshly shaved legs on freshly washed sheets. I mean, oh my God. Do you feel fancier at any point in your life? I don't think so. I think I feel fancier when I do that than I did on like my fucking wedding day, honestly. Like I feel like I have my life together, except if I like accidentally nick my legs or something, like, and then I start bleeding, but I don't realize it because I have white sheets. So that kind of sucks, but that doesn't happen that often, I guess. Because I did stain my brand new, like very expensive couch a little while ago. So that was a bummer. But yeah, I did that when I shaved my legs and then didn't notice I was bleeding. So I don't love that. But anyway, that doesn't really matter right now. What other things do I like? I love pineapple on pizza. You can fight me on this. I honestly don't care because it's so fucking good. And I don't understand why people don't like it. I feel like a lot of people that don't like it probably just haven't tried it, to be honest with you. Because if you try it, like it's so good. I don't know. It's so good. I also love Prosecco, and one of my friends introduced me to Prosecco. Like I had heard of it before, of course, but I had never tried it, and she had introduced me to it a couple years ago, and now I'm obsessed. And also here, while we're on the topic of Prosecco, go ahead and let me rank them for you, okay? So, of course, we have La Marca, right? Like kind of the OG. La Marca is good, but I feel like Costco Prosecco, like just the straight up like Kirkland brand, is better. Like, okay, here's my ranking. So Costco, Kirkland brand, then La Marca, and then honestly oh wait, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I forgot about La Vostra. It's like the one that's always next to La Marca at the liquor store. La Vostra is top. Then the Kirkland one, then La Marca, and then the Sam's Club one is honestly not bad. It's not great, but it's like $8. So there's my list of Prosecco's that I like. Are you so happy you're listening to this episode? Okay, next thing I like, when you try a new recipe and it just like, it hits a spot. Like, I have been really into baking lately, and like almost every single recipe I'm making is so fucking good. Like, there's some that are like, like whatever, you know, but like most of them are fucking awesome. And I even made like homemade meatballs for my husband for his birthday, and like I tried a new recipe and it was so good for that too. So I feel like I'm Martha Stewart, even though I don't really know how to cook that much, but baking I'm so good at. So like, you know, just when you find a recipe that just, it's so good, you just feel, I don't know, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Like, I could conquer the world after I make a good cookie recipe. And if you don't feel that way, you're wrong, honestly. What else do I like? I really like humans, but yeah, we'll touch on that again later. That's on my things I do like list, but it's also on a lot of other lists. I love a craft, let's be real. Any type of craft. I'm not really an artsy person, but I am a crafty person. So that goes into like just like fun little like, I don't know, like fun projects, but then also into like house projects too. Like, that's fun for me to do. Like, I don't know, we're always working on a house project, and my poor husband is like, can we fucking stop? Like, why are we doing these all the time? And I'm like, it would be so cute. So that would probably be on his list of things he doesn't like, but I like being creative and doing crafts. I also love hosting. Like, hosting is my favorite thing in the world. And it's so funny because growing up, like my mom and I, whenever we would watch like House Hunters and stuff, like every Midwestern mother and daughter too, whenever we would watch House Hunters, we would always make fun of people that were like, we need to make sure that we have enough room for like hosting and entertaining. And my mom and I would always make fun of people for saying like, oh, we're going to entertain. Because we were like, how often are you fucking having people over, honestly? Because like, I didn't grow up in a house where we like had people over a lot. Like, it just, we didn't really do that. But now that I'm an adult, like, I love to host. I love to entertain. It's like my favorite thing in the world because I go balls to the wall. Like, I have all the napkins and the what are they called? Placemats? Is that what they're called? Placemats? Yeah, I think so. The placemats and the napkin rings and the cute little glasses and the pitchers for all the juices. And I have the little dishes. And like, I just live for that kind of stuff. It makes me feel so cool and adulty. And honestly, when my husband and I were house hunting, it wasn't like a requirement to have a good like hosting house, but like the house that we ended up buying is so good for hosting. And I'm just obsessed with it because it's just so fun to host. Like, you just feel, I feel like everything on my things I like list are just things that make me feel cool, which I guess, I mean, I like feeling cool, so that makes sense, I guess. Another thing that I really like is like, I don't know, those basic human rights, you know, just like women's rights, reproductive rights, immigrant rights, you know, kind of all those things that I feel like a lot of people are just like not really into these days. I'm really into those. I also love, you know, those older waitresses, like usually it's like the women, but sometimes it's males that like, they'll call you like honey or sweetie or something like that, but it's not creepy. Like, it's really cute when they're like, oh, honey, what do you want? But it's like not weird. That's just the sweetest thing. And that's something that I just love. I also love when a hyperfixation first sets in and you are like so fucking excited about it. I swear that is one of the best things in the world, is just when it first sets in and like the passion is ignited. I mean, it might be gone in like 2 days, but in the beginning, it's really fun. And the last thing I have on my list of things I like is pulling out ingrown toenails. And I know that's disgusting, but like, I love all that like icky, gross shit. And pulling out ingrown toenails is one of the best feelings in the world. And I call it performing surgery because it kind of feels like performing surgery, honestly. So there are things that I like. On the things I don't like list, the first thing is having ingrown toenails, because having ingrown toenails is so fucking painful, but pulling them out is fun. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you don't want it, but like, I'm not mad at it because then I get to pull them out. You know what I mean? My husband thinks I'm disgusting and makes fun of me for that, but it's a lot of fun. And one of my friends and I, we always call it performing surgery. And it just makes it even more fun because I consider her a brain surgeon. She's a nurse, but in my head, she's a brain surgeon. So she likes to do surgery too. So it all evens out. Another thing about nails is something that I don't like is I hate when people's nails are like way too long and it just like, it feels icky. Like even if they're clean and they don't like have like dirt or whatever underneath them, it just like, why are they so long? And I feel like it's different if you have like fake nails, because like I often wear like fake nails. Oh, that's something I should have put on my things I like list. I love press-on nails, but specifically the Impress brand. Those are the best ones. But so like if you have longer fake nails, that's okay in my book, unless they're the really long ones. But if your nails are natural and they're long, it's kind of weird to me. Like why? Like why do they need to be? It's weird. I don't know. It freaks me out. I hate insurance companies, both personally and professionally. Like in my personal life, no idea how insurance works. Thank God my husband has it through his work and he just takes care of it because I'm fucking useless with that kind of stuff, honestly. I'm a lovely wife in a lot of ways. That is not one. I am useless. But then also like on the professional side, you know, most of my clients, like we bill through insurance, and insurance is just so annoying. Like why are there so many fucking hoops you have to jump through just to get people care, whether it's like mental health care or just like normal health care? It's annoying, whatever. I also hate radishes and beets because they taste like dirt. I will not elaborate. Another thing that I hate, birds. I fucking hate birds. And I went through this phase in high school where I like went bird watching all the time. I think that was a hyperfixation, but I used to go with the friend that I just referred to as a brain surgeon. And one time, this is completely not related to my things I don't like list. It's just a tangent about birds. And one time the brain surgeon friend and I, when we were in high school, I took her bird watching with me and I had this little, I feel like embarrassed saying this. It's like so embarrassing. Now that I'm saying it, I'm like, oh my God, why am I saying it? But I'm already doing it. So I had this little like booklet or like checklist or whatever of like all these different birds that I was looking for because I was in a class in high school where we were doing bird watching. So it was like this book or whatever from class. And so we were like trying to find all these different birds. And then we were like going back out to the parking lot from where we parked our car from the little like woods area. And there was this not older, probably like middle-aged guy that was like, oh, what do you have checked off on your checklist? Like super nice, right? Like just, I don't know, he was going bird watching too. And I was like showing him and he's like, oh my God, I just saw blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what bird it was, but it was one that I had not checked off yet. He was like, do you want me to show you where it is? And I was like, sure. My fucking like 16, 17-year-old ass was like, sure, sir, dude on his own. Let me follow you into the fucking woods. And my friend that was the brain surgeon one was like, can we not do that? And I was like, no, it's totally fine. Let's go. And so somehow I convinced her to go with me and nothing happened. He really showed me the bird and it was cool. And like, that's it. So that was really cool that we didn't get abducted or murdered or something else happening, but that was not a good choice probably. And she still makes fun of me like over 10 years later, and rightfully so, because that was a very, very bad decision. But thank God for her because wow, she is the voice of reason in my life. So anyway, back to my list of things I don't like. I hate birds, especially I hate geese and blue jays. Why are they so fucking mad? Why are they mad all the time? Also cardinals, like I have a love-hate relationship with them, but they're so stupid. Like they run into shit all the time and it's weird to me. I don't know. I also really, 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 really hate bugs. I fucking hate bugs. Like I needed to take a breath to just like regulate myself when thinking about bugs. Especially the ones I hate the most are like the spastic little fuckers, like grasshoppers and like other ones like that are so spastic. They just fucking dive bomb you like at any given time and it freaks me out. Like one time my husband and I were literally like going on a walk we used to live in this area where there were like woods and shit, and so we would like go on walks in the woods, and we were going on a walk just taking a nice little stroll, and then there are 8 million grasshoppers. And I genuinely don't think I'm exaggerating. I probably am, but I didn't feel like it. And they just like, they wouldn't move out of the way. And so I'm trying to walk and he's trying to walk and these fucking grasshoppers like won't move. But then when they do move, they're like jumping at your legs. And I started freaking out. I was crying. I was panicking. I literally had to turn around and go home because like, why are these things on me? It freaks me out. Even right now I'm thinking about it and like my skin is crawling. I hate bugs. I hate bugs so much. And I also just kind of like hate the outside in general. Like there's so much wind. The temperature is uncontrollable, especially in Minnesota. It's either negative 5,000 degrees or positive 5,000 degrees. So there's only like 6 to 8 weeks in the year where it's actually comfortable. And the medication I'm on, the mental health medication I'm on, makes me more sensitive to heat. So I'm already just like a sweaty person in general. Then you add on the meds, and then I'm just even sweatier, just like existing. Then I go outside and it's fucking humid. It looks like I just took a shower. Like, why? Why? Going outside is so overrated. You can tell me otherwise, but I will never believe it because you're absolutely wrong. Another thing I hate is when your neighbors just like don't acknowledge your existence. Like, I'm not saying we need to be best friends, but like, why do neighbors not want to like be friendly or like wave to each other? It's so weird to me. Like, we live right next door to each other. Wouldn't you want to be nice? I don't understand. I try so hard to be friends with my neighbors, but the only one that will be my friend is the like fucking 7-year-old down the street that likes to come over and ride her little bike and talk to me when I'm planting my flowers outside. And it's really cute because last week we traded stickers and she gave me, what was it? It was like a little cat, but it had like a galaxy print on it and it was very cute, and now we're best friends. So that sounds a little creepy that the only person I can be friends with in our neighborhood is like a 7-year-old, but I promise it's not weird. It sounds a lot weirder than it is. I also hate when your sock slides down in your shoe, especially if you're wearing like the no-show socks. It's the most infuriating thing because like I don't want to, do I have to take off my full shoe to put my sock back on? Like, what if I'm wearing tennis shoes? I have to take off the full shoe and then I have to retie it? I'm not doing that. So then you have to make the game day decision. Do I just let my sock sit there halfway off my foot and then my shoe gets smellier than it already is and then my foot gets sweatier than it already is? Or do I take off my full shoe, fix a sock, and then just hope that it doesn't happen again? Like, come on, why is that a thing? I can't do it. I also hate hard pants. Why are we out here wearing pants with zippers and buttons and all that shit? Why do we have to do that? Why can we not just like have comfier pants? And I'm not saying that like we need to wear leggings every day, although I would love that if we could, but like, why can't pants just be more comfortable? Why do they have to be hard? Like, why are pants physically hard? I will never understand that. I also really, really hate horses. I don't know why. I've never had like a horrible traumatic experience. I just like, I don't like them. They freak me out. They're so large and I just can't do it. Also, you ever seen a horse penis? You ever seen one of those? If you haven't, go look it up because they're approximately 12 feet long. Okay, not really, but like, why are they so big? It's weird to me. It's freaky. I don't understand. I also don't like when adults wear tutus to like events and stuff, like 5K races or like Halloween costumes or whatever. Like, it's weird to me. You're a full grown adult and you're wearing a tutu. I don't know why, but that feels weird. I don't know. I don't like it. Another thing I really don't like is when you're at the nail salon and you don't like your nail color, but you're afraid to tell the like nail person that you don't like it. So you just suffer for like the next 2 to 4 weeks until you inevitably remove it after you just paid like fucking $70+ for your nails because you don't have the balls to say anything, which really like you could just say something, but God forbid I do that. I mean, I'm in Minnesota. We do not address things. We are not assertive or direct. We don't do that here. So we just pay the money and say, oh my gosh, it's so great. I love it. Thank you. And then suffer for the next month until you take it off. Let's see. Let's reference our list. Ooh, I've touched on this in a past episode, but the saying, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, I can't. I hate that. And I'm not going to elaborate more because I already did in my last episode and I kind of crashed out about it. Ooh, I really hate when someone is showing you something on their phone, but like for way too long. Like, there's no reason that I need to be looking at your phone for like minutes at a time. It's weird to me. It makes me very uncomfortable because then it's like, do I like keep looking at it while you're trying to find like the picture or whatever? Or do I like look away? Like, I don't know what to do. I feel awkward. Another huge thing, wow, that was really hard for me to say. Another huge thing that I really hate is when literally anyone, regardless of who it is, anyone that rings my doorbell or knocks on my door, if I know you, just walk in my house if I'm expecting you. If I don't know you, fuck right off. Like, I don't want anyone coming to my house if I don't know you. It's weird to me, unless it's like a neighbor that has to come over like for some, like if there's an objective that's actually important, cool, come to my house. But like, if you're someone I know and I know you're coming, just walk in my fucking door, even if it's like shut or whatever, just come in. Or if the door happens to be locked and I know, just like text me. Like, I don't know. I'm a big person. Like, if you come to my house, my home is your home. Mi casa is su casa. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Like, I want people to just come into my home and feel comfortable. So like, if you feel the need to knock on my door or ring my doorbell, like I feel like that kind of just defeats the purpose of like feeling comfortable. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And the last thing that I have on my list of things I don't like is Jim Carrey. I don't know why, he freaks me out. Like, I've got respect for the dude and like all of the work he does, and obviously he's successful for a reason, but like I just can't with him. I don't know why. He freaks me out. The next list I have is things I need to think more about before I form an opinion about them, because I'm just still not really 100% sure. Like, I'm kind of on the fence about these things. So the first one is Ariana Grande. I don't know why. I need to spend more time thinking on her. However, her perfume, so good. So fucking good. Her perfume is so good. I have like multiple different ones and they're all good. Another person I need to think more about is Chrissy Teigen. I also don't know why, but she kind of bugs me. Same with Jerry Seinfeld. Like, neither of these people like did anything, or none of these people, Ariana Grande, Chrissy Teigen, or Jerry Seinfeld, none of them really like did anything to make me be like, oh God, I just like, there's something about them that just like kind of weirds me out. Not like in a creepy way. It's just like, I feel like something's off, and I have like such a good gut instinct, honestly. I really do. I'm very proud of my gut instinct. And like, I have this gut feeling about them that like something's just off. So if something ever comes out about them that's like negative, you heard it here first, folks. All right, I called it, because I don't know, there's something about them. I also need to think more about matcha, because matcha is becoming more of a thing, and I think it's pretty healthy, I want to say, but to me it's like grass water. Like, I've never tried it before. Just in my head it tastes like grass water. Like, you know when you mow your lawn and then like it rains or something, and then like all of the like grass clippings like go in the street, and then they kind of like flow down, you know, to the gutter, or to the, what do they call it? The drain, like the storm drain? Is that what it's, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Like, that grass water is what I'm picturing when people get matcha. And I have nothing to back this up. I'm sure it's great. Like, it's obviously popular for a reason, but I just really need to think more about matcha, because it's weird to me. And maybe if I tried it, I might change my mind, or at least just like solidify my opinion one way or the other. But I do need to spend more time thinking about that. Another thing that I really need to spend more time thinking about is Botox. And what I mean is like the level at which people get Botox. Like, where do we draw the line? And I'm genuinely wondering that. I'm not trying to be judgy. Just like, where is the line where it looks weird versus just like being an enhancement to your normal self? I just kind of need to like, I need to think about that more. And I guess same thing with like plastic surgery in general too, because I'm all for like whatever feels comfortable for you. Like, I got a breast reduction, that's plastic surgery, and like, cool, great, fully support it. It feels right for me. Like, for anyone, plastic surgery, Botox, whatever, like, do your thing, love that for you. I just think I need to think more about like where we're drawing the line on when it looks like weird. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's a line. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a line when it gets to be too much. The next list that I'm going to talk about is things that I spend way too much time thinking about, and some of these might not make any sense to anyone except for my brain, or maybe they will. I don't know. The first one is pregnancy. It's very wild for me. Like, you're telling me that just like a little piece of liquid, like just a little piece of sperm, just swims up your hoo-ha and just like connects to something that's just chilling in your body, and then just like makes a person. Like, just this little tiny piece of liquid just like makes a human. It's so weird. And then like, women are just supposed to like have this thing in them for 9 months, and it just like keeps growing and just like siphoning every nutrient that they have, and then you're supposed to push it out. Like, what do you mean? It's so crazy. And then like, if people have like twins or triplets or whatever, like, that's even crazier to me. How that happens and how people just like fit that in their body is crazy to me. And I know like, just like from an evolutionary standpoint, like that's the whole purpose of like women's body. And I'm not saying that like in a, like, I'm just saying it like in a biological way. That's like the purpose of a female body. But like, it's still crazy to me how it works, and how like, just how rare or how much of a miracle it is to get pregnant. Maybe not a miracle, but like, just like all the things that have to go into being pregnant is wild to me. I also spend a lot of time thinking about space, like just how vast it is. Same with the ocean too. Like, there's just so much that we know, but then also so much that we don't know. But then how do we know what we don't know? Like, you know how they always say that like we only know a certain percentage of things about the ocean? Well, how do you know the percentage then? Like, how do you know that there's, let's say, 60% of the ocean that you don't know anything about? Well, okay, well, if you don't know anything about it, then how do you know if it's 60%? I just don't understand. I think about it so much, and like all the weird like ocean creatures and stuff. And then in space, there are definitely aliens, 100%, no question about that. You cannot argue with me on that. I also think about like serial killers and true crime a lot. It's so interesting to me. And I think part of that is just because I'm really interested in like psychology and stuff. But just, I don't know, like any true crime or like anything like that is just fascinating to me. I just watched this documentary on, I think it was on Netflix, just like last week, and it was called Stalking Samantha. And oh my God, if you guys are into true crime or anything like that, you have to watch it. Trigger warning, there is some like sexual violence in it. So like if that's a thing for you, maybe don't watch it. But it is a very, very good documentary. Another thing I think about a lot is how hard it is to be a teenager, because I do work with a lot of like teenage clients. I was actually just looking at my client list yesterday, and like over 30% of my clients are teenagers. And I knew I saw a lot of them, but damn, I didn't realize it was that much. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, just like how hard it is to be a teenager, or even a kid, but especially a teenager. And like, I feel like they just don't get enough credit. Like, I don't know, it fucking sucks, you know? So I think about that a lot. I also think about Hyde from that 70s show and how he like, I think his real name is like Danny like Masterson or something. I don't know. But like all the icky shit he did, that's just a huge bummer, because like he was in so many, like he was in that 70s show and The Ranch, and both of those were just like such good shows. But it's just such a bummer that he was like a shitty person. Like that just sucks. Another thing I think about a lot, and I was just talking to someone about this literally this morning, is all these things that we as humans just like created and just decided it's a thing now, like language, or even like different languages, and like math or money. Like someone just was like, hey, this is a thing now, and we all just went with it. That's crazy to me. But I mean, I guess you kind of have to, but like it's just kind of wild that some person or people or whatever were like, all right, here we go. And then everyone just said, okay, cool. And now like however many years later, we're just still vibing. Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Next list I have is things that will always be funny. And some of these are like actually funny, and then some of them are like fucked up funny. The first one is when Rudy Giuliani, I'm literally laughing. I like can't even say it. When Rudy Giuliani meant to book the Four Seasons Hotel, but then he accidentally booked Four Seasons. When he accidentally booked Four Seasons Landscaping, and then had a press conference like shortly after Trump was elected, is the funniest fucking thing to me. Like, dude was out here trying to book this like fancy ass like venue for this press conference, and he booked it at a landscaping company. And also that the landscaping company was like, bet you can have it here. Like, that's so funny to me. I also think it's really funny when you're driving and people will like speed around you or like drive aggressively, and then they end up at the same stoplight as you. It's so fucking funny to me. I mean, it's kind of annoying, like it makes me mad, but then it's also like, okay, you did all that just to be literally in the same spot that I am. Like, that's embarrassing for you, especially if they're in like a fancy car that like, oh, I'm so cool because I drive fast. Okay, well, I drive a RAV4 and we're at the same stoplight, so fuck right off with that. I also think it's really funny how short Greg Bovino is, like the guy that like kind of ran the ice surge here in Minneapolis. I think it's so funny how short he is, because it's just embarrassing. Like, listen, I got nothing against short people. I just fucking hate that guy, so I'm going to make fun of him for it. And I think it's funny how short he is. And I feel like he thinks he's like way cooler and like bigger than he is. But like, sir, Oompa Loompas are in the same height class as you, so go fuck yourself. Also, something I think is funny is how much 50 Cent just like fucking hates P. Diddy. Like, his pure hatred for P. Diddy. And like, rightfully so. Like, P. Diddy is ass and I hate him, but like just how petty 50 Cent is about it is so funny to me. And how he like literally made a whole ass documentary about like how shitty of a person P. Diddy is, and then like did all these interviews just like ripping on him and just like laughing at how like he said he was right about everything, like how 50 Cent said he was right about P. Diddy the whole time. Like, it's so funny to me. I also really think that, do you guys remember like recently when, I think it was like the Artemis 2 or whatever it was called, that like literal rocket ship that went to space. And the astronauts in there like had this like phone call with Trump or whatever. And like Trump was just like rambling as he does. And then the astronauts like didn't correspond with him. Like they like just didn't respond to anything he was saying, and they just sat there in silence for like minutes. And then the astronauts like checked in like, okay, are you still there? And Trump was like, yep, I'm still here. And then they just proceeded to be silent. And it was so fucking funny to me. Like, I am not someone that laughs out loud regularly, just like at videos and stuff, but I was like busting out laughing. It was so fucking funny to me. And if you haven't seen that video, you have to go watch it. The next useless set of opinions I have is people that I think are hot, but I'm like really bummed that I think they're hot. Like it's very unfortunate that they're attractive because they're really shitty human beings. First one, Ted Bundy. Listen, I will die on this hill. That was probably not a good term to use when talking about Ted Bundy, but like trash human, right? Like all these people on this list that I'm going to talk about are like absolutely trash human beings. So let's just use that as a blanket statement. But like Ted Bundy was so hot. Also, John Wilkes Booth, hot. The young O.J. Simpson, hot. Older one, maybe like somewhat attractive, but not hot. But like the young one, hot. Gwyneth Paltrow, bitch is nuts, bitch is crazy. Hot though. Chris Brown, very shitty human being, hot. And then also lastly, I mean, and I'm sure there's a million other people I could put on this list, but I would be here for like 8 hours if I really went full force on all the lists that I want to talk about. And no one has time for that. So last people that I have on this list of people that I unfortunately think are hot are most of the cast of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I mean, some of them are, it's not unfortunate that I think they're hot. Like some of them are pretty cool, but like specifically Dakota and Taylor, they both seem like not great humans, but they're so attractive. And that just sucks because like I feel like shitty people should be ugly. Like, I think that should just be the rule. And if I were president, I would definitely make that a thing, which actually brings me to my next list of things I would do if I were president. And I promise this is my last list for today, so just stick with me, okay? Although I don't have to ask you to stick with me because I'm honestly funny and my opinions are great and I'm never wrong. Ever. Okay, so yeah, first thing I would do if I were president is somehow make good people attractive and bad people ugly. So then not only would the bad people feel even worse about themselves, as they should, but then it's kind of just a good indicator of like, okay, that person's ugly, they're a shitty person. But then I guess that'd be kind of hard because like what's attractive to one person isn't attractive to another. But I mean, in general, like, I feel like that would just be a good place to start if I were president. I would also ban wind chimes because wind chimes serve literally no purpose in the world except for being really fucking annoying. I will say that like the wooden, like the bamboo ones that are like hollow, like those are somewhat tolerable, but most wind chimes are very annoying for no reason. Like they're not even that pretty either. Some of them are pretty, but like, why do you have to have them? There are so many other things that you could have on like your porch or your backyard or your deck or whatever, or your patio that would look nice and wouldn't be so annoying. Like wind chimes, whoever created them, I have beef with them and I'd like to talk because that's the dumbest fucking invention. Like they serve genuinely no purpose and it's stupid. The only purpose they have is being annoying and pissing off your neighbors. Another thing I would do if I were president is everyone needs to get retested for their driver's license every 5 to 10 years. I think at first when you get your license, maybe like every 10 years would be good. But then once you hit a certain age, like as you're getting older, I feel like you should test at least every 5 years. Because tell me, why is like fucking grandpa going down the road when he's 98 years old and he's going 37 miles under the speed limit? Like that's dangerous and not cool. And listen, I know that he has to have transportation, but another thing I would do as president is make sure that people have the transportation they need so that we don't have old drivers or just, you know, anyone that should not be on the road driving. Like that's fucked up. So I would do mandatory retesting for driver's license, even though that's annoying and no one wants to do it. I also don't want to drive behind grandpa going 20 miles an hour on the highway. Kind of in the same vein as transportation, another thing I would do is I would make free sober cabs anytime anyone needs it, no questions asked. Like it doesn't even have to be from a bar. Like if you're over at your bestie's house and you're having a wine night and living life, all right, call up the free sober cabs. And also every single sober cab driver would have to be like a good person. And we would know that because they would be attractive because of the first thing I would put into law, into office. I don't know, the first thing I would make a law is the attractive thing. So like all of the sober cab drivers would be attractive, and then they could get you home safely, and then you wouldn't ever have to drunk drive or worry about like getting an Uber or whatever, because they would just always be available. And I don't know how that would be a thing, but as a president, I would just say it should be a thing, and then all of my little people would make it a thing for me. So that would be something that I think is important. Also, no loud vehicles before 9 a.m. or after 8 p.m. On the weekends, you can have a loud vehicle up to 9 p.m., but after that, it can't be loud because that's annoying and I hate you. Another thing that I would put into effect if I was a president, Diet Coke is free, always. Like from anywhere, whether it's like in a bottle. Actually, you know what? No, I would ban bottled Diet Coke. That needs to be a ban because it tastes like trash and it never feels as cold as you want it to. So we would ban bottled Diet Coke. So then we would increase like fountain Diet Coke and canned, but it's free for everyone. Also Diet Dr. Pepper. No questions asked, just like you go anywhere, especially like McDonald's. Wait, no, that's so smart. McDonald's would have to release its Diet Coke like recipe or whatever, like the syrup that they have, and all Diet Coke would have to be made that way, and it would be free. Wait, that's genius. Okay, yeah. So McDonald's releases their recipe to everyone, and it's widely available for free for everyone. And I also just thought of this. Every office building needs to have a Diet Coke like fountain soda machine. And again, free. Genius. Speaking of offices, I'm banning 40-hour work weeks if I'm president. Why are we doing 40-hour work weeks? Unless you want to. Like if that's like something that you choose to do, cool. But like who decided 40-hour work weeks were a thing? This is the same thing as like math and like finances and stuff. Like who decided that that's a thing and then we all just went with it? Like who decided a 40-hour work week is the standard? That's stupid. I don't work 40 hours a week. I mean, I usually work like at least 30, so I still work like a decent amount, but like I don't work 40 hours a week and I'm out here vibing and my life is so much better because I don't work 40 hours a week. Okay, so if you are going to work that much, it's optional. Like it's up to you. It's not up to your employer, it's up to you, and you're not allowed to get in trouble if you work less than 40 hours a week, if you're getting everything done that you need to get done. So I would ban 40-hour work weeks unless you choose to do more than that, but that's totally up to you. Another thing I would ban is Axe body spray. Just in general, you're allowed to use it for a month when you're in middle school. That's it. After that, no longer. Axe deodorant, I can like maybe get on board with. Like we would have to monitor it more, but we're not going to ban it. But Axe body spray, no. You're a terrible person if you use it for more than a month in middle school under my presidency. You're not allowed to do that. Also, under my presidency, everyone has to work in retail or food service or some sort of like customer-facing job for at least 1 year in their lifetime, preferably if it's like your first job, because I feel like that's one of the most important things to make you not a shitty human being, because you see how shitty human beings can be when you're in jobs like that, so then you have a lot more empathy and patience for people. So I think that might be one of the most important things as a president I would do, is make sure that everyone has to work in retail or food service for at least 1 year in their lifetime. And the last thing that I would do as of right now, if I were president, is I would make parents have a witness to sign off or like approve a baby's name before it's official, so that kids don't have stupid names. Like if a kid's name, have you guys seen where people will do like the name like Absidy, but it's spelled ABCDE? Listen, if we had this fucking genius law in place that I would put in place, then the witness would be like, hey, that's a stupid fucking name. Your kid's gonna get bullied. You're not allowed to name your kid that, on to the next one. Like it would be genius. You would have a foolproof way to make sure that the child's name isn't stupid. And honestly, if your witness or whoever's like approving it also thinks that the stupid name is a good name, then they should have their ability to approve names revoked after that. Like you get one shot. And if you fuck it up, if you give the kid a stupid name, you're done. It's illegal. You're going to jail forever. So those are my list of completely useless opinions that literally will not impact your life in any way, shape, or form. But I just love to yap, and I think they're very important. So you're welcome for sharing those with you. I hope this made your day 800 times better, because it did make my day a lot better. Yeah. Have the best week. Love you. Bye.